Now you can hear me. Great thing about live streams are you never know what's going to happen. And I'm a one woman show, so I handle everything. So the mic was muted. Sometimes, who knows? I might freeze up. I might have to cut off, cut on. Who knows? But we'll just wing it, and that's what we'll do. But, anyways, starting over. Hello, and welcome to Facts, Opinions, and Real Talk, where I like to dive deep into issues that matter, interview special guests, and explore a variety of topics with an open mind and a critical eye. So before we get started, please like my channel or like this video and subscribe to my channel and tell all your friends because I could use some viewers. And it's free. I mean, I had a boss that used to tell me if it's free, it's for me. So it's free. So just hit the like and subscribe and yeah, I'd appreciate it. Plus, this week is my birthday. And so that would be an awesome birthday present for moi. So, but anyways, and also before we get started, just a reminder in the chat to be on your best behavior. I don't mind having differences of opinions, but I will not tolerate jerks, and you will be banned from my channel. I don't do the timeout business. You'll just be banned, and you'll just have to watch it at your friend's house or through your friend's account or whatever you want to do, because I don't really care. Anyways, so unfortunately, I was supposed to have an interview with a candidate for the runoff, Joey Statham, excuse me, Joey Statham, that was my mouth, interview, but had to cancel due to some unforeseen circumstances. So hopefully we'll be able to get that rescheduled because we've got the runoff elections in 2 weeks from tonight. And the polls will open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So please be sure to get out and vote. It's very important. People say voting doesn't matter. In your local town, it does matter. So please, whatever you do, get out and vote, because that's where you can get your voice and opinion out, is getting out and making that vote for the candidates that you believe would be best for our city here in Southside. So I thought tonight, in place of the interview, that we'd kind of talk about, because I'm still, even though I've had this channel for about 2 years, it's still kind of new to some folks out there, especially in my hometown, because I didn't really share with you guys. I was too busy with, I don't know, I guess you'd say, studying the Karen Reed case. And when I first created this channel, I was like, well, there's people on there and they're just getting on here talking about cases and true crime. And I felt the urge, like I wanted to join in with them and talk myself. But if you ever see the chats, they're like, especially if it's a popular channel, I mean, the chats are just going 90 nothing, and nobody can see who's talking unless you're talking to a specific person. And so I was like, well, I will just do my own channel. And so, and also when I was looking, I'm big about missing people, because I don't, here we are in the 21st century. It's 2025, and people are missing, and people can't be found. And that just blows my mind, because of all the technology that we have, these people can't be found, and these families suffer. And so when I would look up missing, like on Twitter, you didn't see a lot that were, for Alabama. Like, it would be all these other states, and here and there might be Alabama, but there wasn't anybody just getting stuff out for Alabama. So I decided that I would create posters, and along with other groups, they have what's called Missing Poster Monday. And so we create our posters for the people, and I select people off the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency website. And I take that information and I create the posters, and then I put it on Facebook, I put it on Twitter, and people share. And it's a great feeling, because some of these families, they don't have the resources. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. So, and it's the only way that I knew that I could give back to my community, to my state. And it was something that I had time to do. So I do that. And if you want to check out the posters, I also have in the playlist on my channel here, it's called Missing in Alabama. And so that is where you can find missing person posters. And if you share them, I would truly appreciate it. Also, I want to see a better justice system through watching a lot of court TV. Well, not court TV channel, but just watching trials. I noticed that I don't know, like people don't know their rights. Uh, the justice system is like it's like it's good and it's bad. There's people out there that they'll do whatever they can to put somebody in jail just so that the higher ups will be happy because it's election year. And then then they're trying to put somebody away that truly did something. But there's certain laws that everybody has rights. Even defendants that you just know they're guilty of sin, they still have rights. And so I just just I want to help get us to where we have a better justice system. Can I do it by myself? No. Am I going to make this huge change? No. But maybe something. Do I know yet? No. But I don't know. Thoughts about I'd like to see cameras in Alabama courtrooms for criminal cases. A lot of people might want to go and they can't due to being disabled. They're working. They're elderly and can't get out to go. And I think it's a good learning tool for people. Court. I mean, you learn rights. You learn how the system works. You see how people behave, whether it's the defendant or prosecutors or judges. I mean, I've already got judges in other states that if I saw them on the side of the road, the rest of that little quote. Yeah, I wouldn't. And I wouldn't even call them judge or honorable or nothing because they're awful. Awful. And so part of that is it's a way to also hold these people accountable because they have that, what's it called? I'm trying to think, immunity. Thank you. Immunity. And so, yeah, I'm just like, that's a great way to hold them accountable. It's kind of like checking their work. Like when your teacher will check your work. Okay, so like, you've got the court system and they're putting on this case and you're watching and you can check their work and see how they're doing. And if you don't like what they're doing, guess what? You find out who to contact and you start letting your voice be heard. And then the other thing is I back the blue. And that I hate that line is becoming so, when people say it is like a bad taste in your mouth. But I really do support law enforcement. They have an awful job. I mean, I hate it for them. I hate it. But just like anything else, there's always bad apples that spoil the bunch. So, and then in that way, the community sees this generalization that all cops are bad. And we've got this huge gap of, do we trust the police? Do we not trust the police? Blah, blah, blah. And so, and I saw where other, communities and even here in Southside, they're working on doing more. I mean, it's not like they're busy enough, protecting us and doing their job, but they're also doing more community events that are fun and where you get to and educational. And so you get to know them more on a personal level or humanizing them, not just, chief blah, 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 or sergeant, la, 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 you really get to know them. So I really appreciate all the law enforcement that are getting out there. And whether you're having to be, your boss is telling you got to do it or not, I still appreciate you getting out there and doing it. And those of you that are corrupt, one day karma is going to come and get your ass and put you in jail or prison or both. So that being said, sorry I went on about my channel, but I just feel like people didn't. This isn't a gossip channel. This isn't a true crime channel. This is a channel for me to get on here and discuss topics that I feel like are important to our state, our county, our city. And I want to, now that Karen Reed's case in Massachusetts that I followed for 2 years it was such a learning experience for me. And the things that I learned from that whole case, whether it be from the trial, the supporters, the boots on the ground, the prosecution, the judges, the content creators. I mean, everything I learned some kind of lesson, and I feel like everybody can learn a lesson from that whole trial. And it's still, even though the criminal trial is over, they're getting ready for the civil trial. But anyways, so some of the things that I learned from that case, I felt could be applicable to small towns, to our town, Southside, Gadsden, Rainbow City, Hokes Bluff, Atala, Glencoe. We all have that small town, he said, she said, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing that is kind of going on in Canton and Massachusetts. And it was getting bad that which I don't do this, get on a plane, and I flew to Massachusetts to peacefully protest with the citizens. And it felt good. And those are some good people. In fact, right now, and I'll probably get this wrong, but it's like I think it's their sanitation department. I don't know if it's the department or if they outsource their garbage, but whoever is supposed to come and pick up their garbage weekly has gone on strike. So the citizens have come together, and this past Friday, they spent the day going around and gathering everybody's trash, especially for those that couldn't do it themselves. And they hauled it off to the dump, and then they went to a local eatery and had some food and enjoyed conversation. And that is just one of the things I love about the citizens of Canton and citizens of Norfolk County there in Massachusetts. And do I feel like we have that kind of camaraderie here in Southside? No, I don't. And we don't. We all don't get together. It's all your little cliques. I mean, everybody's got their little groups, and that's fine. Everybody has a right to do whatever they want to. But it is nice to see that people pulled together and work together for the betterment of their town. So let's talk about local elections. Okay, so Southside, we had our elections August the 20-something, 26th, 23rd. I keep getting all the dates mixed up. Anyways, and so now we have runoffs. And let's see. So we have two, they're running off for mayor. And then we have two for the council place one. And I was so excited because I did invite all the candidates during the first round to have a one-on-one interview with me so that, I've been stuck in Massachusetts. It might not be physically, but mentally. I've been stuck in Massachusetts for 2 years. And then I was like, when I had done thinking, I thought, oh, well, what's going on in my town? And then I was like, oh, crap. It was time for elections. And I was like, well, I don't know these people. So how do you get to know them? You call them up or you message them and say, hey, you want to talk? So I invited them. A lot of those people probably thought that I was like spam, or on Facebook where it's a widowed woman or single or guy or man, and they send you, hey, I love your blah blah blah, can we be friends, kind of thing. No, wasn't the case. I did explain who I was, and some replied, some said they didn't have time, and that was fine. And then I had two to respond. And so we did those interviews, and you can find the interviews in the playlist under, I think it's interviews with special guests or special guest interviews. But I was able to interview our current mayor, Dana Snyder, and also I was able to interview Blake Habian, who is running for place one. Now, this time around, I was able to get all four to, they said yes, they wanted to do the interview. But like I said, unfortunately, something came up for Joey, and that's okay. We're going to try to reschedule, and if not, that's okay too. So don't be on the Facebook pages going, "Oh my gosh, he didn't do the." Yeah, don't do that. That's not nice. But anyways, and it's not my business to tell as to why. But anyways, so let's talk about this Facebook groups. So I joined in a bunch of Facebook groups. Why did I join into all these Facebook groups? Well, first of all, I hadn't been on Facebook in a while, like groups, and I wanted to know what was going on in my county and the surrounding cities, and my city. I didn't know what was been going on Southside, and I just didn't know. I know every once in a while I'd watch some of the city council videos, and I didn't like them. I couldn't hear. Everybody seemed like they just hated being there. But that's only just a couple that I saw. I didn't watch all of them. So, but whatever the case, I wasn't impressed. And some of it I felt like could have been held before the meeting. And then some of the things that I felt that was handled outside meetings could be handled in front of the public. But that's my opinion. And that's okay. Everybody can have an opinion. It's all right. It's how you deliver your opinion is what matters. If you come off as a jackhole, bye-bye. You don't have my attention. Because if you're going to run your mouth and just keep on and not even really bringing up reasons why you don't like somebody, no. I got to keep my inner peace. I can't handle too much drama. I mean, I hate to see it. It's just like, I mean, it really gets you riled up. And like I said, I've worked too hard in my life to just be happy. So, but the good thing about being in these groups was the ones that actually did have conversations. And I didn't even care if they don't get along. I wanted to know what everybody was talking about. What, you know, things do we need? What topics would if I had the chance to ask our candidates, what would I ask them? And so I did. I looked at stuff, and especially for this second time around, and I jotted down some notes. I've been doing some research. I've been getting my questions ready. Da da da. That kind of thing. And yes, the candidates will have some of the questions. Why do you ask? Let me tell you why. Because I want to have a good, thoughtful answer and response. These interviews are not debates where they're going to be, what's this? What's that? You said the wrong answer. No. Because when they take these positions, they're going to have time to think about these decisions. Some of them maybe not, but overall, yes. And so I want to see how they think. I want to know their personality. You can't see their personalities during the city council meetings. They're tired. They've been at their regular jobs all day, plus there's this job or their family stuff, and they're tired. And you can just tell they're tired. And I completely understand. I mean, you can't put on a show and be happy, but I also want to make sure that our future group gets along. And when I say gets along, you don't have to like who you work with. But again, it goes back to that delivery. It goes about communication and just how well you can work with others, whether you like what their ideas or not. You should be able to have healthy discussions with each other. And so that is something else that I'm looking for in these candidates. So those are some reasons why. But in the Facebook group, something that bothered me was, it's like, okay, so all these people are, they're typing and they're saying this person did this and that person did this and yeah, and what, whatever. But then it's like, okay, if this person did this, then where's the proof? Because I'm all about, and I mean, I've learned this lesson through Twitter. Like, you better have your screenshots, or you better have your court documents, legal documents that state whatever you're putting out there, you better have it, and don't wait till people ask for it. You just go ahead and put it out there. And like, there's people who are like, wait till the truth comes out. Okay, well, it's been how many years, and people are still saying wait till the truth comes out, whatever that means. So say it. I mean, what's the truth? I don't know what the truth is. I'd like to know. And somebody brought up about the garbage business. Okay, here in Southside. Well, okay, well, I this is so funny. I literally was asking because I wanted to be informed. And you know what I got? Crickets. No, anything. Because some of them were finding out I had a channel. And some of them knew that I was talking to candidates. And I guess they thought I was a spy. I don't know. I just know paranoia starts kicking in and everybody shuts up. And that's not how we're going to fix things, folks. It's called communication. And yeah. So these, I can't even, I mean, it's like kids. It's like high school crap. And we're adults. I mean, and some of these people are older than me. And I'm like, you should know better. I don't think your mama or your grandmama or your daddy like how you talking to people like that. But yeah, that's not how being a human being, putting down people. And then it's like, okay, so you say this person did this. Okay, well, tell us. And then you turn around and attack somebody else. And it's like, but wait, you didn't back up what you were saying. So if you don't have your facts or your proof, I would keep your mouth shut, because you're going to look like an idiot. But anyways, there's your little tip for the day. So yeah, the Facebook drama, one of them, I'm not gonna lie, and they probably already know, and I don't care. I didn't do it to hurt anybody's feelings. I did it for, like I said, my own peace, but I did leave the group because it was just nonstop, and it was just going on and on and on, and just negativity, nothing productive about it. And so I did, and yeah, I blocked some people. And again, I did it out of my own pace because I'm trying to learn about my community and see what I can do to help, because I don't want to wind up like Canton and Norfolk County in Massachusetts. I don't. It's bad. And I mean, yeah, they're like 20,000 people where we're like 9,000 something people. But anyways, my point is we all need to communicate in a decent way. And if you can't, there's things called journals, and just go write your rage out in a journal and then come back on to social media, because it's just not a good look. It really isn't. And I have plenty of journals. I also have a YouTube channel. So there's that. And it's free to start one. So you can do that too if you want to get your rage out. But yeah. So what else did I want to talk about the Facebook? Oh yeah. So I had thought about way back, and I've heard some other people talk about it. I've even heard some candidates talk about it. But way back when I was trying to think, okay, I'm trying to find my niche, because that's one of the things that when you become a YouTube content creator, you want to find they call it your niche, but your thing, like what is it that drives your passion, like that you could just put content after content after content, if that's what you want to do, if that's what, your kind of business or something, a hobby that you're passionate about, your outlet to get whatever you feel strongly about. it's Facebook. And so, I was sitting around and just thinking, what would be my niche? And so again, that's where it led to the whole Alabama thing that I already talked about. And so I knew in some other communities I were in, not city communities, let's talk about like clubs kind of thing. And they would have what they called town hall meetings. And the representative would this was during COVID. So we would get on a Zoom, and the representative of our section of the United States would talk. And then we would give, here we would discuss without arguing what we felt were important issues that needed to be discussed at the main council meeting of this club. So when I was working on my YouTube channel, I thought, I think I want to do something similar to that, but for, I don't know, maybe start off with Southside and have our own private group. It's not going to be putting your business out there, meaning like if you're self-employed, and it's not going to be for advertisement. It's not going to be for gossip. It's not going to be for what's going on down the road. I saw the fire trucks and I saw the police and so-and-so heard something on the scanner. No, it's not going to be. It is going to be, I want us to have healthy discussions. I do want to know what kind of topics that are priorities to you as citizens of Southside. What is important to you that we need to work on? If we can't do as citizens, then maybe we could convey it to our leaders or our future leaders, so that, things can be done positively, not negatively, and not through gossip and hate. The hate. But I'll have to admit, some of those things are funny as crap that people will say, but it's really, honestly, in all seriousness, it's not good. But so I thought about doing I don't know if I want to call it town hall, because someone else had mentioned doing a town hall. So I don't want to take that away from them if they decide to do it. So I'll try to come up with some kind of name. And then, like I said, be sure to follow my Facebook page. The link is in my bio of this channel, and I'll make the announcement, and I'll put a private group. And yes, I'm going to, what's the word I want to use? I'll decide who's able to be in it or not. And it's not based on who I like or who I don't like. It's going to be based on your behavior as a citizen. Because if you can't communicate and be cordial, then you don't have any place in my group. So, and I'm looking for ideas ways to help the community, help our state, help some, just to ask, what is something with my platform that I could do to help our community. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And like I said, we just need those healthy discussions that we're lacking. I know in my neighborhood, I don't even talk to my neighbors. I don't even know over half the people in the neighborhood. I don't. We're just not. It's just not like that. It was a little bit when I first moved here, but it's not that way anymore. And so it's another good way to maybe meet people. So I guess you could say that maybe it'd be a group to make connections with, as long as we're still, about the same topic. And so, yeah. So that's what I'm looking to do as far as the Facebook group. And like I said, it's not going to be, all my besties are going to be in this group and you're not. No, it's not going to be that. If I don't care for you, as long as you are decent in the group, then I'll let you in. But like I said, it will just a bit dependent on your behavior. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about a little bit? Gosh, I think that's basically all I had with my notes. So this week, be looking, unless something happens, I have an interview with Keith Clay on Thursday, which is my birthday. So you know what? It'd be awesome if you could be here and for my birthday. But anyways, so what else? So that's Thursday. So keep an eye out. That's why you need to also click the notification bell, because if you don't, you're not going to get notifications and you're going to miss these fantastic videos that I work really hard to make, and for you, because you're important, just like everybody else is. So, and then next week, I'll be interviewing Mayor Dana Snyder and Blake Habian on, not sure the dates. I don't know right now, but of course I will send this stuff out. And again, please just subscribe, like my channel. Just, support your hometown girl. Cause I'm out here trying to make a difference. And I think it'll be even better if we can all make a difference together. So I think I'm tired and I'm going to wrap this up. So until next time, please stay safe, be aware of your surroundings, and please, for the love of all that is good, please do the right thing.